Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to the flipped classroom for the chapter Leadership. This is the last chapter. This video will actually be focusing on one of the leadership styles which a lot of you tend to struggle with. I'm sure you can guess which one I'm talking about. So it's actually for situational leadership. So in class, we have pretty much discussed some of the key features of 3 leadership styles. So just think for a moment, what are the 3? Test yourself for a bit here. So obviously, the 3 leadership styles that you have to know are the autocratic style, participative style, and situational leadership style. So this video is going to be very useful for you, especially when you are answering your assignment question. And of course, I will actually give you a little bit of strategy on how to answer Wei's questions, especially for situational leadership questions. Okay, so first things first, we are going to dive right into what it means to be employing a situational leadership. So actually it's very simple. From the word itself, you know, situation. So it's actually based on situation. So if you write like that, obviously in your exams you cannot get marks. You need the keywords. So situational leadership style is obviously the leader modifying, here you can see, modifying his management behavior. And to what, you may ask. So it's not just to like how the employees dress up, how the employees behave. You are actually changing your behavior style based on how mature your employees are. Okay, so this definition is very important. Okay, so this is situational leadership. Now, how do we know which situational leadership style to use? So this is what I will be talking about in this video. Alright, so obviously there are 2 things you must know first. The first thing is called how much structure to give. So actually this is kind of like directions, how much instruction to give. Another thing is how much support you should give your employees. Okay, so let's straight away go into the model. Alright, so R1, R2, R3 actually shows you your follower type. So what kind of followers do you have? So normally this is what the question will already give you. So don't worry too much about it. So if it's for application, they'll probably give you a case on what type of employee you are handling, and you have to identify which one they are. Okay, so let's say you are dealing with what we call R1 employees. So just bear in mind in your manual, this diagram is inverse, but actually it's the same anyway. So I'm just going to interpret this according to what I have here. So in R1, your employees, they are unable, unwilling, they're also insecure. So they can't really do anything. Okay, so for employees who cannot really do anything, so obviously what do? You tell them exactly what to do. So when you are telling, you don't, what you provide here high is instructions. So a lot of instructions. But you don't actually need to support them that much. Because at this rate, they just need to know what to do. They're confused. They just need directions. Okay, so quite simple in a sense. Right? Let's move on. R2, your employees are unable, means they cannot really do work. But they are super confident. Wow, they're like ons. Them ons, okay? So they are like, anything also can. Oh, I want to help. Let me help you. Let me do this, let me do that. Okay? So when you have employees like this, it's a bit challenging. So you actually have to do what we call as selling. Or other words, explaining and persuading. Because remember, they don't actually have the skills or the knowledge to do the things. So what you have to do here, obviously here very high, you can see here, very high task behavior means you need to give a lot of instructions. At the same time, also very high relationship behavior, because they need you to support them. Because they're very willing. If you don't support them, they may become demotivated, and you don't want that to happen. Okay, so both are high. So a lot of support and a lot of telling them what needs to be done and how to do it. So we call that selling. Okay, now let's say your employees. These ones are moving towards competent. R3, these employees are able, but maybe they lack confidence. Okay, so maybe they think they're not good enough, or they're just a bit unwilling. They could be already like sick of doing the same thing over and over, so they're less motivated, but they're capable. Okay, or maybe they're just people who are lacking in confidence. Here you can see what is high here. Relationship behavior means you need to give them a lot of support. But remember, they are competent. So what is low here? Don't need to give so much directions. They actually know what to do. Okay? Alright, last you have, this one, dream employees. R4. They're willing, they're confident. So as a boss, what you do? shake leg. Actually, we call delegating. Okay, delegating means you just let them know what needs to be done. They are highly motivated themselves. They don't need you to tell them what to do. See, low here. They also don't need you to support so much. They know what to do already. Okay, so this is what situational leadership is all about. Alright, so you can see here, what does telling mean? So telling is in S1. So what kind of employees? Think for a while. Okay, you can check back if you cannot remember. Yep, so it's employees who are everything cannot lah, unwilling, unable, not confident. Okay, so here you tell them what to do. Telling. Okay, selling is S2. What kind of employees? Okay, try to recall. So in S2, your employees are essentially very willing, they're confident, but actually they're unable. So what you have to do here is what we call sell, which is to give information and direction. Alright, make sure there's two-way communication. They also need high support and high directions, a lot of directions. Okay, S3, your employees are getting competent. Okay, so you focus more on the relationship, not so much direction. They don't actually need to be told what to do. Alright, so here you need to build their esteem, you need to provide them with some ownership so they feel confident, so you can share some decision-making responsibilities. This normally makes employees feel important. Okay, lastly, your very easy group of employees, they are able, competent, willing, confident. Just pass on your responsibility to them. So what does the leader do? Not shake leg, so you just monitor their progress. Alright, make sure that everything's going according to plan. But as a leader, you can sit back a little bit and make less decisions. Okay? Alright, now, so you can see here, I think it's very obvious already, how we look at the employees are based on their willingness and their ability. Okay? So these are essentially the curve that we already explained, so you can just read through yourselves. Alright? So this is the corresponding leadership style, which I also told you already. Okay, so now come to class prepared with these answers. So here you have a situation, let's say you're dealing with this person called Chong. Chong needs a lot of direction because he has lack of skills. The other day, he upset one of the older experienced workers by trying to help too much. So you have to determine what kind of employee Chong is and what kind of leadership style is suitable to manage Chong. Okay, this is one that you have to do. Another one is Hank. So Hank has 15 years of experience in decision making. That's a long time. But he's becoming less and less interested in his job. So as his manager now, what do you do? Okay, so WAIS sometimes may ask you questions that are based on a case. So these are examples only. Sometimes they will give you a group of employees, or they'll give you more than one employee to manage. So what do you have to do to answer your WAIS question properly? The first thing for your first mark normally, you must always relate back to the case. You surely know that by now. You have to find out which type of follower they are. So based on the situation, you should be able to tell. And you give evidence saying why. So let's say you say, example only, you say Chong is S1. R1 employee means don't know how to do anything, unwilling, not confident, unable. Okay, but why do you say so? Extract information from the question. Alright, then next you actually recommend which type of situational leadership style is suitable for Chong then, and why. So obviously, R1 employee, you should use S1 and tell the examiner what S1 is. S1 is telling. What does telling mean? Okay, and also, why do you say you should tell? Okay, so that's how you answer WAIS questions. So make sure you prepare your answers in time for class, and I'll see you all. Thank you.